Hola, muy buenos dias. Good morning, continuous liners. Hi, hi, hi. Coming to you live from the streets of San Miguel de Allende, Guanajuato, Mexico. Good Monday morning to you on this April. Gosh, we're in the last week of April now, aren't we? April 29, 2024. In fact, Wednesday starts our new series of Zoom classes, and it starts the continuous line selfie challenge, right? And I know there's a few of you, like Polly, who are totally excited for this and getting ready for it and preparing. Here, so let me just start by saying, I'm going to jump right into doing my continuous line warm-ups, because that's a big part of everything, right? But I just picked up, I have a dedicated sketchbook for my selfies. Oh, gracias, gracias. My beautiful latte was just delivered to me here. Oh my God, I think there's an angelito on this coffee. Muy buenos dias. Good morning, everyone. Good Monday morning. So I have a dedicated sketchbook for the continuous line selfie challenge. And you know, I think that there's a lot of conflicted feelings about drawing oneself, and like maybe initially like, oh, are you kidding me? That's so vain to draw myself. And I understand that. I get made fun of because I don't like to think I just take random and constant selfies. I like to think that there's a purpose behind it. My selfies. Oh, look at this. My braid. Oh no, there's my braid. I just braided my hair for the first time since I was 9. And I forgot how to do it, so I'm going to have to refresh my memory. Anyways, so the idea behind doing selfies, daily selfies, I'm sure there's a lot of people going, are you kidding me? Why would I even bother doing that? Well, I'm going to tell you why it's a really excellent exercise. Because, let's just, for example, here, wait, let me get my book here. For example, I'm going to take my face, right? Take my face, please. And I'm going to get a Sharpie, because Sharpies are, it's easier to not get wrapped up into the details, right? Okay, so let me just fix my hair here for a second. Oh my God, what happened to me? Okay, so the thing about drawing a selfie is that with one line, I am telling the story of the space between my cheek and my nose and my eye and my eyebrow, the beginning of my eyebrow as it relates to the corner of my mouth as it relates to the bottom of my chin, right? Oh, and look at these, I got some jowls here. And then, oh, where does the neckline go down? And then I got some crazy earrings on, right? So with practice, by drawing oneself, you're telling the story of your face, right? And our faces change as we get older. I mean, honestly, from what I've learned, from here down, everything gets longer, right? So you get jowls, you get a longer face, right? We get bigger ears, we get a bigger nose, right? So the idea behind doing a continuous line selfie every day is it teaches you spatial. Like I talk about how continuous line teaches me composition, right? So in one line, let me see what I can do. The pressure, right? Let me see what I can do here. Okay. Eyebrow. And here's my, well, I got some crazy glasses on too, so let me draw those, right? And then my eyes are just right at the bottom of them, right? And then I've always had these lines here, and then my little divot here, and I'm just going to do little lines, right? Now, for me, and I think I've done this on purpose, is that a big characteristic for me is my hair. Oh my God, right? And today it seems to be especially out of control, right? So you can, the crazier the hair, the more fun you can have, right? And then, oh, I've got these earrings on too. beautiful earrings I got in Mexico City, right? So how can I just quickly do those, right? All right, and just keeping it all together, one line, right? Oh my God, look at this. Within a few seconds, I have started, oh, and I have a braid. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Voila. Oh, and I also have a crystal on, so I'm gonna put my crystal on, right? You can do little details like that. Okay, there we go. My first continuous line selfie, right? I've made myself look a little thinner. I tend to do that in my drawings. I make myself thinner and younger. But then there's drawings where I make myself bigger, right? But with practice, you get better at the composition. And then because my hair is so crazy, the hair takes over. And it's really just like I have these little glasses on, which, by the way, have jaguars on them. And then I have these beautiful huichol earrings, right, which adds to it. And then I have a crystal on, right? So by adding a few details, I can more quickly tell you the story of who my continuous line is, right? So there, I just kicked off the first continuous line selfie for May, which starts on Wednesday, and I have a dedicated sketchbook for that, right? And honestly, 31 days of doing this is going to change your drawing. It's going to change your drawing abilities, right? Hi. I could feel eyes on me, and yes, there were eyes on me. All right, so now I'm going to do my continuous line warm-ups here, right? I've got my drawing book. It's just copy paper, and I've got a big pen. I'm here on the Jardín. That was the first church, right? That's the older church, and then the parroquia is right there. You can't even see it. I've strategically aligned myself so you're not distracted by the parroquia. Although I hope, I always try to make it so you can see people walking by, because why not? What the heck? The whole idea is I try to give people courage to not only draw, but to draw where they want to draw, right? Like, I can draw at home, but I love drawing out on location, right? Here, I'm at the Jardín in San Miguel de Allende, and they're setting up things, right? They sell, here, let me show you. They sell flower crowns in the Jardín, and they're setting that up. So let me see if I can show that to you. There it is, right? So this is where they always sell can you see that? The crowns, right? So the truck that has just dropped it off, and he's gunning lots of exhaust. They're sweeping up the alley here. It's morning activity. It's not all that early, but, it's still morning activity, and things are going on here, right? There goes the truck that just dropped off all the Coronas. And so there, you can see in front of the parroquia people walking by. So I try to give people encourage the courage to get out there and sketch where you want to sketch, right? Because, why not, right? And by practicing continuous line drawing, it just strengthens your ability to draw, and I'm going to say it, quicker, right? I have never said that being a fast sketcher is the goal, but it's certainly a nice little silver lining of like, my bracelet keeps getting caught, of like the more I practice continuous line, the more I'm able to draw the thing I want to draw quickly. And I'm also at this place where I'm kind of like less is more, whereas I used to be a person that drew all the details, right? Like I went out to the edges of all my pages and I drew to the edge of my page, right? Oh, if there's a flower pot in that window, I'm gonna draw that flower pot in the window. And look at that window's got 12 iron bars. Well, I'm gonna draw 12 iron bars, right? And honestly, I think that's a great way to get skilled, is to draw all the details, right? Because honestly, too, I believe in learning the rules so you can break the rules, right? So you spend, and I'm going to say, you spend years drawing all the details. You spend years following the rules, right? It's the price we have to pay, honestly, to be skilled, to be, I don't even want to say professional, because it's not like professional. It's just to be highly skilled, you have to learn the rules, right? And so then, when you learn the rules, you can break them. And I'm a big fan of breaking rules. Always have been, always will be. Let me have a sip of my beautiful latte here. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. So, I basically started learning drawing later in life, right? It wasn't until after my mom passed away and I had a whole mental breakdown when she told me she wished she had been nice to me, and I was like, what the hell? Why did you have to tell me you wished you were nice to me? Because now I have to be nice to myself. So I blame my mother entirely for this whole free will change in direction, right? Because I was headed down a path of like darkness and bitterness and resentment and feeling angry at the world, right? But when she told me that she wished she had been nice to me, I had to change course completely and start, among other things, drawing. And so drawing is now a very, very integral part of my day, and so I spent, and I'm still spending the years learning the rules, practicing, and improving my skill, right? Like, I'm not really one to just stay, like, am I happy with my brand? Sure, I like my brand. I think my brand is fun, energetic, adventurous, spirited, and that's what I am. But that doesn't mean I'm done. I'm okay with where my drawing is at. I like where my drawing is at, but I am totally A-okay with spending the rest of my days, however many days I have left on this planet. I absolutely intend on spending every single day, well, not all day every day, but like at least a portion of the day working on my drawing abilities, right? Like, I just don't want to sit in a cafe and draw my coffee like until I die. I mean, I can do that, and I will plan on doing that, but it's not all I'm going to do. I want to draw the world, and I want to draw it courageously and powerfully and energetically and boldly, in my own style, which I am still working on, and I will continue to work on until my end of days, right? And so this is why I have these drawing challenges, including the continuous line selfie, because we had a coffee sketch challenge in January, right? And I did that, but I just happened to include myself in the coffee sketching, and it totally kicked my butt. It kicked my butt in that it required me to get more skilled in, like, literally the story of my face. What is the size of my eyeball in relation to my cheek, in relation to this line, in relation to what is the distance here, right? If I make my face too short here, I make myself look too young. If I draw it too long, I make myself too old, right? So how do I, with one line, get it to where it tells my age? And I don't really have a secret to that, except that practice. Practice is the secret to getting to that, right? I gotta move this thing, you're in my way. Through practice, all things are possible, right? I mean, I've had people say to me, oh my God, I could never do what you do. I'm like, well, you could with practice. Oh, I could never do that. I could never draw a person. I'm so, well, with practice, you could. All things are possible through practice, right? Are people just born with the ability to draw? No, I don't think so. But people are born with the want, the inclination to draw, right? Or maybe that inclination doesn't come until later in life, when you kind of figure some things out and you're at a place where you have the space for that to come in, right? Because wouldn't you agree that the first portion of our lives are just painful and just trying to figure things out, right? Just, how the hell do I get through this thing? And the first 35 years of my life were very rocky. Very, very, very rocky. Very troubled. I could not get it together. I really had a hard time. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know that I could do anything. I had really bad, low self-esteem. I didn't really take care of myself. Honestly, it wasn't until after my mother said she wished she had been nice to me that I was like, oh, oh, well, maybe I will start taking care of myself, right? Because I basically, as I said, I was on this like path of darkness, bitterness, and resentment. And in that path, self-care is not really a priority, right? And so I honestly, for the first 35-ish years of my life, I was kind of a train wreck. I totally was. I couldn't sustain relationships, friendships, jobs. I mean, I was a good worker, and I've always had a good work ethic, but, I wasn't real good with being told what to do by people who I didn't really respect, right? And I probably didn't respect myself, so why would I align myself with people that I respected if I didn't even... So I was working for jerks when I myself was a jerk, right? I spent the first 35 years of my life being a jerk. And, do I regret it? Sure. I regret, like, the relationships I harmed, right? And I regret the way I didn't take care of myself, and I didn't honor myself, and I didn't respect myself, right? But that came later in life, right? And it takes what it takes. Sometimes these things take a lifetime. Sometimes they don't even happen at all, right? We all know people that pass without even achieving any of the stuff that they wanted to, or that their soul was supposed to, right? That's a hard road to travel, right? If you go a lifetime of not doing the thing you want to do, right? So when my mom passed, I got pretty clear on, oh my God, these are the things I want to do before my time is up. When my mom died, I went from a place of like, oh, I'm the worst person in the world, to looking out at the horizon, going, you know what? There's my horizon. There's my last day. And so what do I want to do between now and getting to my last day, right? See, there's the angel. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Thank you, Frank Bailey. Frank Bailey? Yeah. Anyways, so what am I talking about? Oh, I'm talking about angels and destiny and souls and reincarnation. By the way, did I tell you I have a dog now? A friend here in San Miguel passed away last week, and I met her and her little doggy a few years ago. And I have never said this to anyone in my life, but for whatever reason, I said to this gal, I said, if this dog ever needs a place, needs a thing, keep me in mind. And, and then I basically forgot about her. And, yesterday I went and picked her up, and because her human died, right, about a week or so ago. And so I now have a little doggy in my life, and you all know I've been talking about that every single day. Like, my God, I need to get myself a dog, right? Well, I am back in the dog world, and I'm happy. I think I'm still in a little bit of disbelief about it, and I think the dog is too. I think the dog is in shock, right? I think she was sitting by Amlin for a number of months, kind of like being a loyal dog, as dogs are, to her human who was coming undone, right? And so I just got her given name is Divine Vision. Divine Vision. And then she was called Vision, right? And I don't know why Vision just doesn't roll off. Vision doesn't really roll off the tongue. So I'm calling her Vivian for right now. And but really I'm not even calling her anything, because I think she needs time to... I think she's I don't know if she's in shock or if she's in grief or both, right? Because she can't tell me. But I can see she's got a faraway look in her eye. And I think we all know that faraway look is like grief. I think she's, animals can grieve too. And I think this dog is in a little bit of disbelief, and I think she's in a little bit of shock. And I think she's having some grief issues, right? She's cute as a button, though. My goodness. She's like a little polar bear. And I'm just letting her, like, she's kind of not really been connecting with me. Like, she doesn't even really look at me, and I don't even know. But she's aware of me, because even this morning when she knew I was getting ready to come out the door, she was like, where are we going? Where are we going, right? She had the whole dog. Where are we going? And right now, I don't have a way to have her on my scooter. And will I? I don't know. I would absolutely like to have her on my adventures, but I need to get some gear before I can do that, because I may just put her on my back or I may put her on my front. But I absolutely want, I mean, even if I have to get on the bus with her, I'm going to, right? Because we will have adventures and she will come out and do these things with me. But right now she's just having a little time. So yeah, I got a doggy. Yeah! And that's what I've been wanting. That has really been the missing piece in my life for some time now. So anyways, this is the last week of April, and so we start our continuous line selfie May. 31 days of drawing ourselves in one continuous line. And I'm telling you, it is a game changer. It is an absolute game changer because it improves and strengthens your skills like mad, like powerhouse, right? It's really incredible. And the reason why I'm making everyone do it is because I saw how much it affected my ability to draw myself. At first I started out really clumsy and I looked 1,000 years old, and I looked Chinese, and it didn't even look like me, right? But by the end of my 30-day practice, I was pretty good. Even right now, I did that pretty quickly. And, I made myself thinner, probably a little bit younger. That's kind of what I do. But generally speaking, it is absolutely, it's a pretty, let's look at this again. Let's look at this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not bad. I did, that could be my hairline or a cheek line, right? But because my cheek would normally come out to here, but that looks like it. But anyways, it could actually be, if I were to paint this, I could tell that story with color, right? And I'm probably going to add, I'm going to do all kinds of medium, right? Like this is a Sharpie, but I'm going to use paint, I'm going to use inks, I'm going to use everything, right? Because not only is it a good way to strengthen your line, it is also a fun way to experiment with some supplies that you might have, right? So get everything out for this selfie challenge, and just have fun with it. And don't worry if you make yourself look old or young or skinny or fat. It's just part of the process. Get over that part of it, really. Just get over that process of like, oh, I've made myself look very pretty. Well, you are pretty, and so enjoy it, right? Oh, I've made myself look fat. Well, maybe you were fat at one time, and but now you're skinny. Now you're not, right? So just roll with it. Have fun with it. Don't get too caught up in you're too old, too young, too fat, too skinny, whatever, because it's just a good drawing practice. All right, finish big with a heart. Go easy on yourself. Go easy on others. Go easy on little doggies who just lost their human and are a little lost in the world, right? I mean, there's a lot of people who are lost in the world. I mean, you just look at what's happening in the world politically, climate-wise, socially, economically. There's a lot of disruption in the world. And I don't know anyone that is feeling like super grounded and like, oh yeah, things are good, right? I mean, to me, things may not be horrible, but for some people they are. But, even those of us, do I want to say it like that? Even people who are doing what they love in the world and are connecting with the community and are doing the work they want to be doing. I'm speaking about myself here. That doesn't mean that everything's hunky-dory in the sense that there's still a lot of chaos in the world. And so you got to find something to help yourself through it, right? Find something. Is it gardening? Is it walking? Is it bike riding? Is it sitting with a dog? Is it drawing? Is it learning about cultures and history through drawing? I just put a new Mexico City workshop out. I've got Guanajuato on the calendar. I'm not trying to sell, but I do want people to come on my workshops because they're super cool. And you learn cool things, and we have fun, and we draw things, and we eat things, and we drink things, and we shop for things, and the whole deal, right? So anyways, I try to keep the selling aspect out of these things, but I guess, I got to market these things too. Anyways, All right, I'm trying to wind down. Have a great day, everyone. It's the last week of April, and we're jumping into continuous line May. So grab a sketchbook and a pen and come draw yourself with me, because you're going to learn lots and have fun. Okay, everyone, have a good day. Stay safe out there. I'll see you next time. See you May 1st, okay? Bye.